In the life of Jacob, Jacob went on a journey. He ran away from his household. When he ran away from his household, in the book of Genesis, chapter 28, in the book of Genesis, chapter 28, he comes to a place, and in that place, he has an encounter with God. What is that place? He named that place. Come on, talk to me. Bethel. He named that place Bethel. You know what Bethel means? It's two words, Beth, El. What is Beth and El? Beth means house, El means God, house of God. He named that place the house of God because he said, I didn't know there was an open heaven above me. Angels were going up and coming down. This is a place, it's a house of God. He had a God encounter. He feared God from that moment onwards. He had a God encounter in the house of God. Then, in Genesis 35, after 20 long years, he's coming back. He's coming back to that place. In Genesis 35, and I think look at verse 6 and 7. Genesis 35 and look at verse 6. It says he came back to that same place, which he named. What did he name that place? Bethel, which is the land of Canaan. He and all the people who are with him. Next verse. And there he built an altar and called the place El-Bethel. You know, he's the guy who gave that name. It was first called Luz, L-U-Z. He named it House of God, Bethel. When he came back after 21 years, you know what he called it? He put an L in front. He called it El-Bethel. What does that mean? He called the same place El-Bethel. You know what that means? It means only this. First he called it, this is the house of God. Then he says, no, I was wrong. I was only thinking about the place. I forgot about the person. I was thinking about the place. I think it's all about the church. It's all about, people always want money to build church. It's always about the church. No. I forgot. It is much beyond than that. It is not just the place. It is the God of the place. And he puts the L in front. And El-Bethel means this, God of the house of God. Say that again. God of the house of God. In other words, he says, my encounter with God of the house is all that is. So what Haggai was saying is, people, you are saying this for how many years now? And look at your lives. But you don't realize that you're living a cursed life. Wake up. But God is saying to you, go up to the mountain, bring down the wood, and build my house, that I may take pleasure in it and be on it. It is not about the physical building of the building, it is about the God of the building. And the God of the building wants to be honored, and the God of the building wants to take pleasure. Can you say amen? So it is your relationship with the house of God. It is not just necessarily about you and the church. It is about you and the God of the church. Are you with me? That's why we always say, be planted in the house of God, flourish in the courts of our God, because you honor God by coming here. You honor God by giving here. You honor God by serving here. You honor God and you say, God, I give you pleasure. I give you honor with my life. With that, we finish the first chapter, 11 verses. The rest we continue next week. I want you to read again chapter 1 and chapter 2 and come back. Let's stand to our feet. Come on.